Hello and welcome back to another episode. Welcome back to Season 3 with you, United. And just taking a look, the last time we were in the Premiership, 77-78 season. Obviously got relegated, I'm guessing by that, even though we finished 9th. Yeah, there's only 10 teams, so I guess that kind of makes sense. But yeah, back up, God knows how many years later, 23-24 season now. It's a good 30 years till, it's about 50-something years, just under 50 years. Anyway, we've got an exciting wee time. So we haven't started. We're kicking off the season against Patrick Thistle, and I did just want to see, if we go back, who are some of the teams that we'll be meeting. Obviously, St. Mirren. We've played them. We have beaten them before. Kilmarnock, we don't have to worry about them. They've gone down. Brother are still in. Livingston are not there. Inverness in the Championship still. Hamilton, they're in the Championship. Of course, yes, we knocked them out. I was just trying to see if there's any... Patrick Thistle, yes. Anyone else that we may have? Hearts, they're in the Cup, though. No one else that we would have faced in the league apart from just Patrick Thistle. Excellent. Anyone last season? Motherwell, the Premiership team, anyway. Okay, interesting. Anyway, just to go through a bit of the pre-season, some of the results before we kick off the first game against Patrick Thistle. A nice 2-1 victory over our affiliate club Burnley. A nice 1-0 victory over Walsall. 3-0 over Kidderminster Harriers. Kicking off the League Cup group. 6-0 against... I don't even know how to say that. Yeah, I'm not even going to try. 4-1 victory over Circular Bruges. 2-1 victory over Motherwell. Very happy with that. That was a good win for us. But Motherwell being a pretty established team. They're a little bit all over the show. Last season finished 10th. So, how'd they finish 10th and not get relegated? 22-23. What? What happened there? Oh, there's 12 teams. Righto, right. I see. Okay. There's 12 teams. Okay. I didn't realise there was 12 teams in the Premiership. My bad. Okay, if we could just keep going back. Yeah, anyway. We beat Motherwell. That's great. 0-0, but we beat them on penalties. Greenock Morton. And then East Kilbride. A lovely 4-0 victory there. So we topped our group. Qualified. And we play Dundee in the second round. Obviously, Patrick Thistle. It's going to be a bit of a tough game. Dundee going to be most of the teams actually going to be quite tough. But I'm confident that we've got some things in. While we're on the page, he is going to be joining us in January. Signed him on a free. Looks like a pretty decent left back and a better option to have rather than old mate Taylor Sinclair. I think he'll be a better backup. And with Robinson as well, it'll be great. So anyway, we'll get into some transfer wheelings and dealings here. Just before we finish, the one player that we got in that technically counts as last season, Michael Mellon. He's a striker from Burnley. As we normally get in, he's all right. We couldn't get Lewis Richardson back, unfortunately. But yeah, this is just a player that we've got. We don't have to do anything for him. We're not playing a single, not paying anything. And he's just another option to have off the bench. But he's League One, so he's probably just going to play Cup, quite honestly. But yeah, see how he goes. Anyway, a couple of outs. Obviously, you saw Michael Hewitt. He left to Aberoth for 9.25 with potential add-ons of 12. And then Cameron Sackold as well. He's moved to Cheltenham for 28k. So I didn't think that was too bad of a deal. he was a decent enough player. He's a very good utility player, but he's off back in England now. And yeah, that is also... And then Jordan Houston obviously left on his free. But yes, we've had a few players in. Since we had a bit of money, 180k spent. We've made 88, so we've just spent just under 100. And we've got this fella in from... where did he come from? Southampton on a free? Yes, it was Southampton on a free. And this is our right back. I was going to call him Double O, because I can't pronounce his name. So he looks fantastic, especially when we've lost Houston and another right back as well. Nick McAllister left. And now that we're in the big leagues, we're going to need a decent enough player, and he's fantastic. He can play. He's a good championship player. He's got potential to be a good premiership player, which is what we need. Fernando's still probably slightly better. They'll be fighting it out, I guess, for that, but still, decent option to have for us. Grant Ward, he comes in, he's on the wings. Again, a good standard for the championship. Not great for premiership, which is not fantastic, but again, very well-rounded, much better than what we have previously had. Can also play in midfield as a Mazzala, and he's great on that wing. He can play a little bit further up as well, just not as good. But yeah, Grant Ward in for free. Richard Narty, another player from Burnley, this time for free, which was fantastic. I believe his contract expired, so we'll take that. Last season didn't really do anything. He didn't get loaned out, but the season before he played for Mansfield. Got 2 assists and 2 player of the matches. Not too bad. It doesn't tell me how many he's conceded or anything, but that's fine. 24-year-old Ghanaian. He's 6 foot, so he's not the tallest, but his stats are pretty well-rounded, and he's a leading championship player. He can potentially be a leading premiership player. So, looking forward to seeing how he goes. Marcus Brown from Middlesbrough on a free. And again, another decent winger who could also play midfield, granted in a more advanced role as an attacking midfielder. We could also probably play him as striker as well if we really, really wanted to. Again, another player. This time, he is actually decent premiership, which is fantastic because we do need some players that are actually up to premiership level rather than just good or, above average championship. So very happy to have him. Really liking the dribbling. Reasonably well-rounded stats. Marcus Brown should be good. Thomas Dixon Peters. This guy, he's 5'8". He's going to be another striker for us. He has played here before. He played last season with Hamilton on loan from Norwich. Scored 6 goals, which isn't too bad. 3 assists in 25 games. 8 of those were off the bench. So that's pretty decent. And then the season before for Arborough, actually scored 16 in the championship. So he's got experience in this division. He's only 20 years old, and he's a premiership quality standard player, which is fantastic. You love to see that. We'll be up top with our strike force, and I think he'd do very well with Tyree Simpson as well. We've got another goalkeeper as well, Jamie Cumming. He's come in and he's still a good championship player, but again, premiership potential, which is what we like to see. He will be finding it out with McAdams. He's come in from Chelsea on a free. I believe it was Chelsea that released him. He did play last season in the championship for Ross County. Obviously, they didn't have the greatest of seasons. They came second. We did knock them out. So we did come up against him last season. I don't think he's quite at the level to challenge McAdams straight away. Oh, they're very similar, but he has potential, whereas McAdams doesn't. There we go. Curtis Tilt, one of the players that we spent money on. 30 grand for Curtis Tilt, the 32-year-old Jamaican with 2 caps. So we've got an international here. It's been a bit everywhere. We got him from Rotherham, who last couple of seasons haven't really used him. He's been sent out to Wigan in League One. He's not quite up to Championship England level. But we got him for 30k. He looks pretty decent. He's a Premiership type player, and that's what we really need in our defence, and he'll slot in there nicely. 6'4", he's a bit of a beast. His finishing isn't great, but his bravery, positioning, his leadership, marking, heading, he's got what you need, and he's going to be instrumental in keeping us up. And then last but not least, our most expensive player, 180 grand, Diego Souza, 30-year-old Argentinian winger. Can play advanced on both sides. He can play slightly further back as well. And this guy is an absolute star. If we're having a look, his preferred position is upfield as an attacking winger, or attacking midfielder on the left. Technically, the guy's worth 250 minimum, which is fantastic. Even if he just stays for a season, if we do happen to go down, we can just sell him and make a lot of money. He's never played outside Argentina before, and now that he is 30, his things, he might be waning a little bit, but the stats they don't really stick out. Like, his finishing is only 6, his crossing and dribbling is only 13. They don't look that great, but we'll see how he goes. He's only scored 27 league goals in 245 games, but coach summary says he's a good Premiership player. He's got a really good star rating, and I'm happy to have him here. He's only on $3.5 grand a week as well, which, while it is 6.7% of our budget, it's actually not the most expensive player that we got in. Someone is on 5. He's on 3.5. It's a Grant. Grant Ward is on 5k, which is 9.5% of what we're doing. And then we go with the outs. Jonathan McAvoy, he's left for loan. He's playing for Stenhousemuir, League 2. They're only semi-professional. He's probably not going to get a huge amount of game time, but yeah, it'll be good to see if he can develop a bit more. Cameron Sackold, he left us for Cheltenham. Obviously, we saw that one. 30k for Dio O'Connor as well. He's off back to, not back to, but he's off to Northern Ireland. Back to Northern Ireland. He's played for Cliftonville before joining us just 2 seasons ago. He did alright for us, scored 5 goals last season, but yeah, 30k. I thought that was a decent price for him. Doesn't really offer us a huge amount. And then Jack Beard as well. 27-year-old. He's off to AFC Wimbledon for 30k. Once again, he's played his whole season, or his whole career in Scotland. He is Scottish. But yeah, he was really a bench player. If you have a look at the stats, he played 15 times for us, 7 of those off the bench. So yeah, and that is the transfers for now. We do have not a huge amount of money. We're still in the debt is slowly going away. We haven't used all the budget, which is fantastic. 10k left in the transfer budget. Probably not enough to get anyone in of any real quality, but we still have a little bit of money in the wage budget, which is about 7k, so we could probably get some free players in it if we really wanted to. And let's Gavy's completed a move to Man United, and we'll get set up for the game here. Use some time marking. This is against Patrick Thistle, so team that we have beaten before. Robinson is injured. I should say we did manage to get him back on loan, so he is here he's here till the end of the season, where his contract actually expires as well, so hopefully they don't renew that while he's here, and we could possibly even just buy him, or just sign him on a free. He is interested in joining the club. He's our best left back for now until Tom Field comes in. But still, if we get him on a free, 21 years old, he knows he's been here for a season already. He didn't do too badly, but he is on a red. So Cammy Kerr will pop in. Taylor Sinclair will pop to the bench. Everyone not fully fit. We'll keep those two out if they're not going to be fully fit. Connor Wickham can play as a deep lying forward. I accidentally took off Tyree Simpson, and oh goodness me, we need a winger. Brown can step in, and then let's chuck on. No, where is he? I mean, this guy is one of our best players, like for a 16-year-old. This guy is going to be hopefully phenomenal. His contract does expire in 10 months, so we should look at getting that done. But yes, where's my midfielder? Colin O'Donnell. He can play both of the wings slightly, one more than the other. Anyway, as you can see, the star ratings of the team have considerably gone up. Everyone is in great form, so let's get into it. This is going to be the way that we play, with the left wing slightly more advanced, Ward on this side playing a little bit back, and there we go. Simpson and Wickham up top, Brown, Patton, Lyon, Ward, Kerr, Astley, Narty, and Double O, which I am going to just enter as a nickname. Awesome. Narty, Kerr, Astley, and McAdams in goal, with Cumming, Thomas, Taylor, Sinclair, Crawford, Gallagher, O'Donnell, and Mellon on the bench. So let's get into it, team. I know I've probably rambled on for quite some time already. Yes, I definitely have, but that's fine. It's only one game today, so we're kicking off our first time in the Premiership in a long time. So all we have to do is finish 10th. 10th is where I want. I don't want the annoyance of having to get lucky in it with the promotion relegation place of 11th. So we'll be aiming for a 10th place finish. I will have to have a look at last season just to see, what the points was. And Tyrese, how have you missed that, mate? He's already scored about 6 or 8 goals just in the cup alone. So we're having some good chances, though, as Narty almost has another shot. We're missing some chances here. We could come to rue that, as Patrick Thistle do have Scott Tiffany, who does like to score against me for some reason, and we didn't do too well against them last season in the Premiership either, as that's decent defending by Narty and Astley. Pass it back to the keeper, play it out of defence. Hopefully this is a chance, as we pass back to Patton and sends Brown through. He's reasonably clear, but he's just stopped. Cammy Kerr gets him back. He's whipped in across. Simpson's header, not good enough. Okay. There we go. It's a goal for Tyree Simpson, and like I said, he has scored his 7th of the season right on the 39th minute mark. Phenomenal little header. We got very lucky to finally score that. Could have been Astley who actually got the header. It's quite hard to tell, as Kerr has taken a knock. It could be pulled knee ligaments. Well, we'll take him off at half time. We'll give the team a good praise. You weren't that bad, but yeah, you could definitely improve. Tell them the boys have got faith. I better actually take off Cammy, because he's bloody buggered. We don't be wanting someone with some pulled knee ligaments. We do have a free kick that comes to nothing. So we look at the league table, as we are the only team with 3 points currently, which is great, despite the fact that Celtic are 4-0 up against Livingston. It really hasn't done that on the league table, but okay. Okay, as we're coming up, we're going to make some substitutions. Let's just have a quick look. There's a few players that are tied, mostly the midfield and wingers. Connor Wickham not having his greatest game, so we'll take him off. Not really sure who else. Maybe get O'Donnell in for Ward, and then take off Harry Patton for Gallagher. I can't make any substitutions anymore. That'll do then. Patton will stay on. O'Donnell, could this be O'Donnell's debut? No, he has played for us before. But he is not very good currently. But as time runs out, it's a victory to kick off our journey in the Premiership, and that was a good win for us. That could be crucial come the end of the season. The game against Patrick Thistle, the next one, the away leg, will also be a crucial affair. It's a relegation 6-pointer, or could be 9-pointer. I'm not even sure. Lewis Richardson, we did actually try and sign him. He was offered. They bought him for $375k. Fulham. We were going to buy him for about 30. Fulham would like to also on optional. I don't want an optional future fee because I'm not going to buy him. There's no way we can afford 700k. Happy to pay like 30% of his wages. I mean, it is optional, but like, okay, I just want him back, to be quite honest. Let's see if that's going to win. Can be 2 to 3 weeks. That's fine. Okay, we could be getting Richardson back. Let's have a look. We know how good he is. Does it say he's a decent? Doesn't say he's Premiership or not, but he scored a ton of goals. 18 for us, 22 overall. Highest scorer in our history. But I will leave it there because this episode has gone on long enough. I will bring you back after the transfer window has finished. So I'm going to miss Livingston, Dundee and St Mirren off camera. We'll bring you back for Dundee United and Celtic, which will be some tough games. Either way, thanks a ton for watching, folks. We'll catch you in the next one. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. Share this with your mates. Peace.